What's going on, YouTube? As promised, this is the third part of my Copic coloring tutorial. Today we'll be coloring Superman. The only thing I did when no one was around was I did a little watercolor background, so the white background would be so hard on the eyes. So other than that, let's get started. Today my skin tones we'll be using are E00 and E11. Just like all the rest of my coloring tutorials, I've always started out with the E00 to add the base color. For this picture of Superman, I actually used a reference photo of Christopher Reeve's Superman, and that's where I'm using the lighting from. If you don't know how to do something and you want a certain effect, just use, reference material. Now I'm coming back with my E11, and I'm going in and I'm putting in all the darker spots. Right now, and some of the stuff I actually just do on my own where I don't have to look at the photo. I'm just trying to see where I think the shadows are the darkest at. Just like with the rim writing on the side of the face, it's always going to be darker right next to where the light pretty much hits the shadow. And now I'm going back from the E00, and I'm making a smooth blend transition and just going back and touching up like I always do. And here I decided to go back on my E11 and add a couple of more touch-ups. These are the blues that I'll be using for the piece. The first one I'll start with the B21. I'm going to put on the base layer of the hair. I'm being sure to leave the open spots on the side of the head so where the light reflects. Then I go back on the skin to add the darker spots that I see on the picture for my reference. So what I do is I always squint when I look at stuff, and it kind of helps separate the colors, and I see what the darker spots should be on my reference photo. Then I go back and add the B21 to the rest of the face, and I go back and I did a smooth transition with the blending. And here I'm going back and I'm adding the B21 as the base color to Superman's uniform. I'm being sure, like I said, I always leave the open spots where the light hits more directly. Then I come back with my second blue, a B24 I believe, and I'm going around and just putting the darker spots in. It's just a redundant process that I do, we do all the time. If you looked at my previous videos, you know how this process pretty much goes. And then I'm going back and I'm blending it too with the B21 and making sure to try to leave some little light spots. And these are the red and the yellow that I use for the piece. The red, here I am coloring in Superman's symbol. I'm not really going to do a whole lot of blending or anything on the symbol, because the symbol is completely in shadow and darkness, so it's not a whole bunch of different lights and stuff. And plus, whatever type of material it is, I don't think it's too reflective. Then I come back with my yellow, and I just shade that in completely too. And here I'm using the Prismacolor that you saw previously, because I don't have all the Copic colors, and they're kind of expensive. So I use the Prismacolor, and I put in the base layer of the cape. Then I come back with my red, and I'm just finishing it off. And then I go back with my Prismacolor and try to, make a more smooth transition blend between the two reds. And I'm touching up everything with my Jelly Roll pen. And I'm trying to, put some separation between Batman's head and Superman. That's why I put that there. Now here I didn't like the color of my blue of Superman, so I went back and got that darker color blue that I have, and I actually blended them in more together. And I went back and I tried to blend it with the B21. It didn't work, so I had to come back with the darker blue and blend with that, and I got the color choice that I was looking for. Now, normally I'd be rotating the picture and stuff like that, trying to get the better angle to color at, but since I was recording, I couldn't do that. But with all that said and done, here's the finished piece. So here's all my contact information and commission information. Next week I'll be doing an actual drawing process tutorial of Deathstroke, because that's what someone asked me to do. So until next time, peace.